whatever it may be. So, some of you, not the young ones, this is one dedicated to the people with beards, not Melanie, no, Fonty. Oh no, yeah, it's this party, Summer, get up here. Summer! Story of Summer. Summer is magical, summer is massage, summer is not just a season, she's a drummer, excellent, and she jam it. She says home. She's working on her beard, but she'll never get there, because she's too happy, it goes faster than hair. She has her suit, but it's a great thing to have a hirsute. There you see, it's like a regathering, like when the shockwaves went out, when the venues went down, all of us retreated to our own little private spots and had little private parties and private and things like that. But eventually you got to come out. Eventually you need to meet the other part of yourself, which is everyone in the whole wide 7 billion souls. So we got as many as we could to start, 7 out of 7 billion, that's a start, isn't it? Am I talking rhetoric?
No.
Yeah, thank you. Just all you have to do at random times is just say yes. Yes. Thank you. When I don't think it doesn't. Whatever you say. Okay, we got more than 7, but I can't count. This is not a mathematics exercise. This is a human exercise. We make human mistakes. So consider us. So if you have, Elijah, if you have a poem that's really urgent, you just get up and do it. And same with the man with the camera in his hand. And you ask, why am I dressed like a bumblebee? Well, it's in honor of John Cleese, when they asked him why he wasn't doing Monty Python anymore. And he said, well, quite frankly, I got very tired of having to wake up at 3 a.m. each morning and go down to Stonehenge dressed as an ant. I thought that's something worth stealing. Because, most of humor is not funny, but I find death to be hilarious. I mean, what do you do for an encore? Come back? Past lives, what a man must do to survive. Don't know if it's wrong or right, since my past lives are out of sight. I used to be a doorknob on an Egyptian coffin. Came back as a stick of incense. Napoleon Bonaparte, it lit me up. Ever since then I've had karmic regression. Past lives, what a man must do to survive. Don't know if it's wrong or right, since my past lives are out of sight. I used to be an umbrella in London weather, a fat cigar in old Havana. Don't know what I reincarnated for. Seen one experience, just seen them all. Past lives, what a man must do to survive. Don't know if it's wrong or right, since my past lives are out of sight. Woohoo! So come on, displace this fool, man, displace. So I look around, and apart from Melanie and Fonty and Dex, most of the world is not very colourful anymore. We've got a little gone very grey and tawdry, and so I'm not really here black. And I know there's flavours to black. There's London black, there's Milan black, there's fashion black, there is t-shirt black, there's black, crow black, Bible black, you name it. But there's got to be more than a lack of colour. So this is my national anthem. You can sing along with me. It's called Very Bright Colours, and I live the poem. Well, I'm walking down the street just as happy as you could be, and as you can see, I'm wearing my very bright colours. That's your chorus. That's where you come in. Just say, very bright colours. Oh, very nice. Policeman in a blue uniform wants to know what's going on. He says, Tom, you can't walk around Austin dressed in your very bright colours. I go to the light rail platform where muscular, short-haired, aggressive-looking individuals stare at me that way because they're wearing jeans and grey, and I say, hey man, I'm just wearing some very bright colours. So I go to my home, and when I'm on my own, it occurs to me how much poetry there may be just by wearing some very bright. Oh yeah, my people. So colour up. I got the original tie-dyes there from what was laughingly called the 1860s. Does anyone remember the 1860s? Does anyone remember memory? Does anyone, what? Hop, hey, hop. Dislocated, time for PTSD. Who can afford PTSD? No one can afford it. Hey, look, these two are photographing each other. What the hell's going on here? Camera to a camera. I mean, I've heard of documenting, but this is just silly. Okay, Ron, no one else? Scott, anyone? Come. Oh, no, I'm too busy doing other things. Can't be alive. You won't. Come on. That's you, happy face. Come on. This mic is open. Come on. Yeah, we all need a guitar. Look at that one there. Scott, steal it. He's not looking. Go on. Go. It's good. I would like to ask us all to be prepared for the unexpected. Without that, there is no point in living. Probably isn't anyway, but here we go. Come on up, unknown.
Hello. Hi everyone. How's it going? Sweet. Can we get some applause for Elijah?
Elijah,
fantastic.
yeah,
My friend Elijah.
It's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna sing a song for you guys about a river, and it's not an original. It's by a man named Johnny Flynn, and he sings it with a woman named Laura Marling. But I don't know if you'll be able to hear the guitar.
Yep.
All that I have is a river. The river is always my home. Lord, take me away, for I just cannot stay. I'll sink in my skin and my bones. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me. I'm done with my dying. Please help me build a small boat, one that will ride on the flow, where the river runs deep and the larger fish creep. I'm glad of what keeps me afloat. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me. I'm done with my dying. Now deeper the water I sail, and faster the current I'm in, that each night brings the stars, and the song in my heart is a tune for the journeyman's tale. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me. I'm done with my dying. Now the land that I knew is a dream, and the light on the distance grows faint. So wide is my river, the horizon a sliver. The artist has run out of paint. Where the blue of the sea meets the sky, and the big yellow sun leads me home. I'm everywhere now, the wave is a vow to the wind of each breath by and by. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me. I'm done with my dying.
Mariah did that whole song standing on one foot. Did you notice that?
I was a gymnast once.
That's a special kind of Zen performance right there.
When you don't have a strap, you gotta get creative. You gotta talk with a strap. Sure, I'll do another song. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a gorgeous song. I think that should be. Elisha and I come from San Marcos, which is the city of the river. So I think that would be a very appropriate song. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll do an original song for you. I'll do like 2 more. I don't want to take up too much time.
I'll take it all.
No. Okay. There's too much other wonderful talent here. Okay. I guess we can move. What shall I do?
Whatever you want. Do your best song.
Best song? I need a capo for that.
I have one.
You have a capo?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Oh, he's got a capo. We've got a capo in the house. That's perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much. It's good to be in Austin. Hopefully it's not going to be too rainy in the next few hours. Alright, let's see here. Let's get this all situated. That was not the What? Yep. Okay. Can we tighten this at all? So this is an original song, and I wrote it about the time I was going to go back home from school, and leaving San Marcos was such a painful thing to me that I wanted to come back. So I wrote a song about that. It's called Destinations. Sugar cane, oh, it tastes like rosemary, and the honeysuckle smells like patchouli. Now that I am where they say the heart is, it seems to me my head is stuck in the hills. Well, my green days took to flower, the flowers fell and died. The dirt soaked up the petals, and from there grew a vine. I may have picked the grapes and drunk the transformed water. There I have another life, where wind chimes sing and clatter. My heart is set to the rhythm of the upright bass. Well, you know, music on the stereo, it just isn't the same. Strings of twine play on inside my head, while my feet are searching for the riverbed. The drive down the highway is like a time machine, or a boat across the waters. I look back in between destinations. Destinations. That's Destinations. Elijah, do you want to sing one with me? Do you want to do what? Do you want to do Hallelujah?
Sure.
Do you think we can?
Yeah. Let me get my guitar.
Yeah.
Should we do two guitars?
Sure. I don't know if you knew, but Elijah, in addition to doing poetry, also plays guitar and sings. And he and I have been collaborating, working on some stuff, some material. It's very exciting. It is. I think music is meant to be shared. And whenever you can get a chance to share music with someone and jam out with someone, even if you're not going to do like a long-term kind of situation, I think jamming is one of the like most therapeutic things in the world.
You never know what can happen.
You never know what can happen. And like one of the greatest things that you never even expected to happen can happen.
Happy accidents.
Right? Serendipity.
Serendipity.
It's the best kind of life.
That's the motivator.
That jam thing? Hey, we get some drums! Let's go!
We're gonna do capo 1.
Capo 1? We've got our own special rendition of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Oh.
Come on over.
Hey, let's do one open.
Open?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? I'll let you play. I'll let you play guitar.
Okay.
So you can have the mic because otherwise it's not gonna get put up.
We can share this vocal mic. Come over here.
Yeah, I mean I can sing with you, but plus I don't know all the chords.
You want to switch places with? What's your name again? Summer. You want to switch places? We're gonna share this mic.
Jack.
Or you just
I want to get you in the frame. That's not
there we go.
We good?
Is that good?
Yes.
Originals, yeah. The river was fantastic.
It's like
We'll come back. Okay, babies. Okay, babies. For those of you who are not used to living in the moment, that was it. Time's up. Round robin means we're going to go round round. There's no summit because when the spirit moves you, you'll be collaborating and you'll be up here. If you could do original material, that would be fantastic because this is only opportunity where your soul... Come on. Here she is, Summer Nash.
Oh, Drew, are you going to play music for my spoken word? Please, 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 please.
Mike.
Check it. Check, check, check. Mic check. I have a relatively short poem I'd like to share. I'm really happy to be here celebrating the grand opening of Juice and Joe. This will be a spot. Y'all watch. This is beautiful. We got a playground. We got, man. All right, that makes me want to do something totally different. I'm like, all like, let's just do this peaceful song. And Drew's like, I'm gonna rock. The colors I am. Do you dance in the wind? Do you dance in the sand? Do you live by the ocean? Do you go by a plan, or do you just let yourself free? Let it all in. Because I am here in this life with you. We're coming on this new frequency. It's what you gotta do when you're living your life. You got love to do. Here we are together, and we're pulling through. Come on. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I can't help but free flow with this craziness. Can I play my actual poem now? I can't handle your energy. Okay, here it is. Yeah, there it goes. That's yin yang. That's yin yang. There you go. Yin yang. You will bring, and I will bring, and we will feast on everything. We'll have some drinks. We'll have some laughs. Before you know it, time will pass. You seem more beautiful by the moment, and I feel eternally invited. Together forever, no longer are we divided. Yes, time and space may come between, but never will we doubt. I need some yin to draw me in, 'cause I've been yanging out.
Lucky people, you're listening to Drew Oster, Summer Nash, Melanie Rose, and a booming PA. How lucky can you get? Every person with ears will hear this evening because it's the opening notes of a most magical venue. Over here, Juice and Joe. Over there, trip to Thailand, away you go. Between the two, you have sound and resonance. Improvise, collaborate, keep the life alive. If you can be original, that would really, really help this evening. Especially those who in the spot of the moment draw the heat in and transmute it into vibration. We don't know what's going to happen because this has never happened before. This is against all the laws of gravity and property, all the laws of poetry. Whatever law there is, we're breaking them or bending them. Elliptical as eternity. You know, time is not a line. It's all of us. It ain't no chorus line. It's a chorus. And that means respondezvous. This is the place for you. Not necessarily watching, but being in the middle of and singing your soul. Ready? Oh, yeah, you two.
No. He has to make in his mind. He has to switch.
This is Drew. He's switching keys.
Hopefully
He will.
He will.
He will.
Oh, he will.
He's the most magical man. That's just okay. Okay. Look around you. You're going to see the most astonishing poets and musicians and artists you've never seen before in South Austin, because they've all been. We had no place to gather. This is a new space. We want to use every second for the newness. You ready? Yes. No. No. So Scott, did you?
spit time.
Right. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Drew demands I jump. Here we go. Like you. I sat down the back like that. I ignored the soundtrack like that. Like you, I was distracted. I drank the Coca-Cola. I ate the fast food. Like you, I did as I was meant to. I did as I was told to. I did it. I did it. I did. It was good boy. Good boy. Down boy. Down boy. Down boy. But something happened somewhere where it became apparent that grey and black are not the only colours. And death is not the only answer. And sadness is only a temporary way out. And the key that kept telling me was not to know. So I didn't. And the key was to keep moving, so I do. And the key seems to be the future, because the past don't cut it no more. World wars ongoing, we don't want them, no. But look, casual and elliptical. Look, smiles and laughter. Look, poetry and music. These are the allies who are with you, the companions in the journey. They've always been here. They've always been different. They know your secret name. They know why you're brave. They call you to come up, Brian, whenever you are ready to fly. Because this night is sliced into small moments of life. And this night will never be the same twice. Why should we repeat? 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 Repeat after me. Why should we repeat? Mary, why should we repeat? See? You are original beings. This is an original evening. The whole concept is magical. Come up, steal this. Make your time, sing like this. Okay. Enough sermons.
So we'll be sharing the mic. We've been doing duets for a while in San Marcos, where we exchange through a series of emails. We exchange correspondence, and in the process, a poem gets developed. This is just such a case. We're gonna need to do it. Oh, it's my turn.
Why is that funny?
Yeah, we're still working it. We're still working it. Okay. I was given two hands, to have, to hold, to caress, to cajole, heal, play, love, to let go. But oh, how the stars look in on us from time to time.
Stars trembling on the water, held in my hands. It is dawn almost. Who played a familiar tune on the other side? Whose hand was it? Awake the whole night?
I see eyes, but do not know who is behind them. Feel love, but know not whose heart is beating within mine. I am lost, then remember. Know I have held your face, kissed your hands, and all is right with the world, not against it.
Searching for whom do I lose my way? I never asked. Two travelers lost. Will they ever meet again? I never asked. Love walks in my shadows, hiding. Why do you hide? I never asked. I'm already losing my way inside your shadows.
Light, dark, who knows? Yet each of us do indeed know them each by parts. Yet from one or many, love pours into each of us. Drink deep, satisfy your every thirst, and I will replenish myself with thoughts of you.
Lest I become drunk, quenching all my thirst, I cry alone at the riverbank, like drunkards do. Lest the river dries, thirst unquenched, march of truth thickens, like intensified thirst.
We all go down to the riverbank, some to wash clothes, others to drink and bathe, yet others to talk, watch the sun set or moon rise. All the while, old man Oak hears the water go by.
Beads of sweat on your forehead in the last golden light. My still eyes wiped them many times. Light and shadow playing on oak branches, so on us. Light is fading fast at the edge of dusk. What reason more to touch you again?
My soul asked for directions out. I replied as lovingly as I could. In every thought, in every idea, in every action, sound uttered or gesture, that is the way being makes its way into light. And still I feel your heart and chest beating against mine.
My intense heartbeat startles even the little bird, undulating, thrumming in your tunes. Who are you? A canvas, unfinished, awaiting touches of a deeper color?
The aches and pains don't mean so much as the love does. So she persists, so he persists. Their words tie the threads together, and what is made is a cloth under which both can lay. See the stars above, how I am dismayed by their joy and beauty. Thank you.
Stephanie made her way as if we do not notice. She does not know we're talking about her in the poem. But once upon a time, there was a Rue de Meyer, and they exiled us down to Bolton Street Food Court when they closed down because they couldn't make enough money. And outside on a park much like this one, a stage much like this one, in the cold and the rain, unlike tonight, which is benign in comparison, Stephanie J. Morrissey kept the poetry flowing, round robin style, lightning, move on. This is the way life was. She returns, and it's wonderful. Around us, you'll find people you've met before in previous incarnations. We call them coffee shops. Other people call them opportunities to meet human beings. Very rare though it is. They're not franchises. They are not multinationals. They are not Monsanto of the Spirit. No. They are individual, eccentric, unique opportunities where people can gather and have conversations. So, welcome to yourself. Everyone around you. Whoever's next who really wants to be heard will step up now. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there listening ad infinitum. I see Jim, and he's advancing. This man starred on Sunday night at Kick Butt. Come on, Jim. Take him higher. plug in? Don't need a plug in, Tom? No plug in? What? I can't hear you, what? This is a microphone. The other one? Excuse me.
Yeah, you did. So, how did I? Yeah. So, what do I do without this mic?
Stand in front of it. Pull the other mic over.
Okay.
School you went.
Hey, I'm just a musician, I'm not.
All right.
I know this. Yeah. Well, let's see. Can you hear?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there are songs about peace, and there are songs about love, and there are songs about harmony. This is a song about a mean old mama. You may know what I'm talking about. You're a mean old mama, mean as you can be. You're a mean old mama, mean as you can be. You ain't never done nothing but be mean to me. You're a mean old mama, mean as a junkyard dog. Ah, you're a mean old mama, mean as a junkyard dog. Ah, you mean as a snake hiding behind the log. You got an evil twin, a voodoo witch named Rue. You got an evil twin, a voodoo witch named Rue. Ah, Rue's hell on wheels, twice as mean as you. Yeah, you're a mean old mama, you love to fuss and fight. I said you're a mean old mama, you love to fuss and fight. You're a mean old cat, you love to scratch and bite. If they took the mean out of you, wouldn't be enough of you left of you. You're a mean old mama, mean as you can be. You ain't never done nothing but be mean to me. This would be the part for a solo, so, but there is none. You made me a slave to your fiendish games. Ah, you made me a slave to your fiendish games. Ah, you got me shackled to this ball and chain. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I said hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Woman scorned, make you wish you were never born. You the devil, mama, with all your wicked tricks. Ah, you the devil, mama, with all your wicked tricks. You get your kicks on Route 666. If they took the mean out of you, wouldn't be enough of you left of you. You're a mean old mama, mean as you can be. You ain't never done nothing but be mean to me. I said you're mean, 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 mean. You're the meanest old mama that I've ever seen. I said you're mean, 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 mean. You're the meanest old mama that I've ever seen. Thank you. I don't have to worry about unplugging.
Good job. That was awesome. That was rocking.
All right, brother. What's this? Yes.
Twinkle, 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 little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above, just so high, like a diamond in I wonder what you are.
Tofu and 2 shrimp.
They say never follow an act like that. Puppies and little children, you can't win. So last month, Tom and I were thespians. Well, we did it in public. And we were asked by this very gracious host person to do this piece of theater out in the, it was a private setting, but everyone was invited. And Tom and I are reluctant to do these kinds of theatrical things, but... Oh, come closer. There's plenty of room up here. There's 2 empty picnic tables. So, yeah, so is that better? I'm turning it up as much as I can. Okay, so Tom and I were called on to do this theater piece, and it was a hot day, and we had rehearsed it several times ad nauseum, and we got through it. But the poem is not about that, it's about on the way back from there and on the way over to Kick Butt. This is called Watermelon Sharing. It was 98 degrees. I had some slices of watermelon packed in the ice chest with my 16-ounce beer. We were now free of an afternoon performance. He, the world poet, was following closely behind me. We were driving off to some open mic fun, and there on the traffic island at Airport Road in Lamar stood a black woman begging with a handmade sign. The sun was the sun-heated pavement and relentless sun overhead. Remembering, I reached for an ice-cold slice of watermelon to hand out to her window. Seeing my window lowering, she approached, probably expecting some money. I was hoping the light would hold a bit and stay red so that I could reach her, and it did. Her weary face lighted up at the sight. She reached for it, thankful, but still a surprise awaited her behind me as the world poet had an ice-cold can of refreshment in hand ready for her to grab as well. The light turned green, her smile could be seen in the rearview mirror, even in that dreadful heat. Amen.
While Moira sets up, I'm going to do a poem real quick. This one... Hold on. Okay, Broken Hues of a Blue Hope. I slice us an apple, and you pour a little honey, salve for the fragments we share and are, magazine scraps across the living room floor, denying communion, individuating gleam, colors schemeless, paper-showered collages shattered. Our kiss is groundless if it cannot breathe. See how I quiver, listen how I seethe. While on the path we imagined, I try to walk apart from imagination. No more opulent apples. No more walls of collages. Only the hope of a word-worn prayer and the room-sized God in which we stay. Moira, you coming?
Is this good? Howdy do, howdy do. Alright, let's see, can you hear the guitar? Alright. Uh-oh, no, we don't want feedback. Extra harmony, right? Okay, this is an original song called The Lame Unknown. You can take me up to the mountain. You can baptize me in clouds and dancing snow. I could drown myself in profound understanding. Well, I'm not bothered by the lame unknown. And when we die, we'll sink into the forest. All the trees will only laugh and shake their leaves. The birds converse about the golden secret. The problem is no one understands what they sing. The circadian rhythms are all in disarray. The sun and moon are trading off the sky. All the poets bleed themselves for poetry. And I'll wonder, but I'll never wonder why. Somewhere in a distant galaxy, just left of the grandest nebula, in a corner of the universe that defies imagination, absolutely nothing is going on. The circadian rhythms are all in disarray. Oh, the sun and moon are trading off the sky. The poets bleed themselves for poetry. Sometimes I wonder, but I never wonder why. Thank you. One more about, I don't know what to call this one. It's about a lot of anxiety that has built up in my life over the years from significant events. And it's a very like pour your heart out kind of song. And it's written for my mother. So Mom, wherever you're out there, this is I'm singing for you. Let's do some tuning real quick. Wish I had some, okay, I've got a joke for you guys while I'm tuning. So there was a grape and a prune, and they got a divorce. And do you know why they got a divorce? They were tired of raising kids. Boo! Oh, no tomatoes? This is, alright, that's a good start. Mama, oh mama, what color is the sky? Is it gray, mama? Is it gray or is it a sickly yellow? Well, I can't tell since my first true love had to go. But I try, mama, oh I try to keep him with me all the time. Are we lost, mama? Are we lost? Will we get where we're going? Oh, the countryside is dark, but there's 100 million stars that fly above. You say he used to love this song, and I love it just as much. Tell me something else about him, anything at all. I just really want to know. I can't breathe sometimes. I fall flat on my back. His shoes are my own. When I look at my reflection, he looks back. Lord up above, oh won't you send my father's love to get me through the night? My bed will fall apart, for the waters in my heart toss me around. Well, my mother's sheets comfort me, 'cause they block out the sound of that twister in my mind. So when we wake, I check the color of the sky. I can't breathe sometimes. I fall flat on my back. His shoes are my own. When I look at my reflection, he looks back. Thank you very much. I'm Moira Thomas, by the way. I've got actually just got a song recorded and put up on SoundCloud. So just go search Moira Thomas music, and support would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
I'm David Young, and people call me Old Ben. I was born in Talmadge, Ohio, and if you can imagine a city that's like a compass, and in the center there's a church and a city hall. There are museums now, but it's a traffic circle with 8 different roads, north, south, and so on, each going into a traffic circle. And then from the northwest in each spoke, it goes to a 6-point intersection. But this is a poem about my hometown, and it's called... Do what?
Should be on a plaque.
Well, you haven't heard this one. This is after the one I wrote that you liked. It's called Compass to the Heart of America. In the heart of Ohio lays the compass of America, that around its spokes revolves the nation. That around and around it, like clockwork, traffic comes in to traverse on another path. Spokes of north, south, east, and northwest are beside northwest, and northeast and southeast, and then southwest. From the last 4, they lead to 6 points, that within the circle is a church and city hall that today serve as museums in the past. That around its exterior is America's future, that some things survive while others are destroyed, that it is much like a clock but moving counterclockwise. Time will spring forward through sleet and snow as the circle evolves upon graduating students. Memories of muscle cars and Lou Jan's auto show that moved from North Avenue to West Avenue A&W, where the Mopars met the GTOs and Mustangs, when show cars studded classic revving engines, where people watched sipping root beers while watching women moves revved up the boys. From the compass will come the unique atmosphere that upon its creative spokes they will leave Talmadge in every direction to find their path less taken journey. Some will stay in Talmadge or choose to or live close by to visit often, or go far around and around the compass of America. How many Americans can say they were around and around Talmadge Circle in the heart of Ohio's Western Reserve? That in the heartland of America there is this revolving treasure, where inside the circle the trees grow taller and the grass gets mowed, while coatings of decades cover each other as the other one before. One can imagine the first horse-drawn carriages prancing around, those first motor hand-crank-driven buggies that rutted the road, the mad dash of the 30s to get inside the circle before others. Then the 40s brought traffic to a standstill, stop and go. That sometimes somehow train tracks were added real close. Tracks are gone, but the traffic congestion is all too real. But locals soon learn how to traverse the circle without cursing. So if you are in the heart of America's Western Reserve, do make a trip clear around the compass of America, but please, not during rush hour.
First, I want to say, woo! Now South Austin has a Wednesday night gig, and I'm thrilled. I get to do something on Wednesday night, and so hopefully we'll all see one another over the next 20 years, if we're lucky. So that all being said and done, anybody who wants to join in the music of this song can join up and come up and play. It's about how when we're really loved, not in the you're mine, I'm yours sort of way, but in the sort of way that says between all of it, between the two of us, there's a sense of complete oneness that should be shared with everybody. It's a lot like being an archaeological find in a dig. Treasure in your hands. And the mystery of my soul is yours to uncover. Some treasure fallen to the ground, long before any man or woman can remember. Yet when you uncover it with your careful trowel and brush, be sure to capture the context, the dust, the sounds the birds and crickets make, and tears and laughter that fall into the dirt and rise into the air as you weep at being the first to see it after so many years. And linger as long as you want when you turn it over in your hands, admiring how the light plays upon it, as if the rock and it had made love long before even the gods had reckoning of. There is no harm in that. No harm, no harm, no harm at all. If the day, that day in particular, and all others in general, as they liken to as well, is a good one, You will go back to the lab or study with bags full of other souls such as I, none less nor more precious than any other. For in your eyes, all things of antiquity are noble in cause and purpose. Yet, what matters to me most is not I am some trophy to which you might proclaim, I found him. But more so, and ever still more so to me, what matters most was as I lay underground so many years, before even time could tell, was when you swept away the last bit of dirt from above me gone. I saw in your eyes, your face, your hands, and yes, especially your smile. What I knew like I know that I am made of rock and stone. What it was for the craftsman wrought me, and further still, where I will go once time has seen fit to turn me back into wind, when there is no longer any story for me to tell. No longer any story for me to tell. Glad, so glad. It was your eye that caught my soul. So glad. 'Tis your eye that caught my soul. So glad. It is your eye. Thank you. Peace.
We cut our teeth on red dirt country roads. We cut our minds on oppression and religion walking side by side. We grew up and cut our cocaine with razors. We fell in our first few steps because balance is learned over time. We fell in love and out with the same hot passions. We fell for what was said till we learned to trust our hearts. We talked about nothing and everything in shifting afternoon shadows. We talked about nothing that really happened to us until way too late for it to make life easier. We talked about the future and the past like they were different, but later found out they were the same. We followed others because we were not yet ready to lead. We followed others because to be different was seemingly too hard. We followed no one after a while, and then we looked back one day and people were following us. We laughed at the silly and stupid because we didn't know about crying. We laughed about uncomfortable things because we feared to use our voice. We laughed with great abandon when we cared not what others would think. We cried from pain inside and out. We cried from loss and gain. We cried in victory and defeat. We knew our tiny place in a huge universe. We knew nothing of our place in a huge universe. We knew that we had a place in a huge universe. We, not he, she, it, or they. We, you and me. We are all one.
Yay!
One more if you don't mind. This is a brand new one. I wrote it yesterday. Speechless in the confessional, I just hadn't the words. The totality of my immorality was clashing with my immortality. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been forever since my last confession, and it was coerced. The brutality of my mentality has created a fragility. I no longer wander the dangerous paths I used to run down. The light of my torch casting grotesque shadows along my path. The torch blinds me, but allows my demons to easily find me. I no longer run. They have their job, and I have mine. The mocking stares no longer force me to change directions. Old and steady, I trudge along. They, ever young and fresh, are tortured by my slow, steady progress. In the end, the things you run from will catch you, so why run? Turn and face the dark. It is filled with potential that fast, fearful eyes never see. I have found comfort in the dark. It wraps around me and takes away the hot flashes of menopause. My dementia is just a farce, for it clouds your view of me. A mountain wrapped in clouds is still a mountain. Inside my mind, I see a world of wonder that my frail body can no longer take. The long hours spent staring into nothing is me watching a movie of my past. I have not forgotten you so much as I remembered me. I slip in and out of dreams, flying and having a body sculpted by trying. The thing is, I have lost the physical battle, as flesh must surrender to time. But the mind, oh the mind, plays hide and seek with time. Look at me, I can fly, I can fly.
Wow, who is that guy? Those were really profound, dude. What's your name? What's his name? What's your name? Steve Quackenbush. Maybe I haven't been out enough lately, but wow, I was really impressed. I want a friend to hear that. So this one's dedicated to Chicago House. So I'm 45 now, so I was probably 18 when I first got on those stages. So Larry was there, some girl who wrote poems about sex all the time, Christy Sprinkle with her poetry, Thanksgiving. And they built a framework for the community here. So shout out to Chicago House. Ruta Maya is just a baby on the scene. And I wish I had my poem that I just wrote, called There Are Witches in the Moon. Don't you see their green hue? Are they laughing at me? Are they laughing at you? I can't remember the rest, but here's one I have that I can read. As if it's not right. As if it's not right that some rivers should flow freely curved and wild. As if Satan herself or some lowly vine, like I have rung back and forth on. As if some old bell from old lands and old movies. For who this tolls? The snake and the snake vine in the fields with white workers still poor enough to manhandle. I'm not preaching, just telling. Vines sometimes still run like these snakes. Coil to coil, bank to bank, and crooked running take to the home. Running rivers, red wine, and blood to blood, where stories were centuries of news, and rivers the quickest way home.
So Mariah's going to help me sing a La La song. And if Summer's out there, she can do some percussion. You want to bang on your...
Jack, what's your passcode?
No, you...
I don't mean to be nitpicky, but it is Moira, not Mariah. Sorry. Mariah? It's Moira. M-O-I-R-A. Moira. M-O-I-R-A. Yeah, it's Irish.
I get confused because I have an Irish sister named Maura. So I... Anyway, here we go. Find a way to fly above your fear. Find a way to struggle for your tear. Find a way to change the color blue. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Here we go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. You owe it to yourself to make it true. You owe it to yourself to make it true. One more lullaby. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. You owe it to yourself to make it true. You owe it to yourself to make it true. Let some sunshine come into your heart. Let the love you once felt make a brand new start. Let a dream cloud shower you with love. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Wet your lips now, we're gonna whistle. Make you happy. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Yellow lilies melting in the sun, wrapped in blue skies, colors having fun. Blue and yellow mixed to green anew. You owe it to yourself to make it true. Yourself to make it true. Wanna do one more la la? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Slow and sexy. Owe it to yourself to make it true. Thank you very much. And the beautiful talent I have on stage here, Austin Angels. Who's next? Mrs. Banerjee.
Number 47.
This land is mine. I was not born in this land. This land did not see the joy of my first steps, the first stumble in dust, the first time I smelled the breath of wet earth. This land never noticed when I first fell in love, the first sense of loss and the first vision of death. No, not even that. But a tale dissolved in this land, simply, secretly. A handful of earth that I brought inside an envelope has been lost in these 9 years. Every day, I feel a pull towards you and for you too. That is my belonging. That is my land. In this land, I drew 2 delightful tiny feet blowing dust. I poured that earth inside a new envelope. Thank you.
Looks like fresh material. Written on the line. Oh yeah, it's fresh. Although I don't consider myself a poet, I know a lot of y'all people think of yourselves as that. I do write some poetry, and when Tom gives me a challenge, it's really hard to refuse a guy that dresses that brightly. So, he gave me this piece of paper, and I'll admit it may be shallow, but this is what I've come up with. This is called Instantaneous Poem. The time has come for me to say, I couldn't figure out now how to get out of the way. When they pointed this paper directly my way, as if I had something important to say. But I've thought of nothing of merit today. I've no major message to relay. I've no particular issue upon which you should pray. I'm keeping our preoccupation with politics at bay, and hoping you are enjoying the play. I guess I have nothing left to say, but I wish you all a happier day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you need to hang with the mic? Or both?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. 9 times 1 to singular me.
Tough deck, fellas. Tough deck. Come on.
That was Ozzy, high five. That was really good. You know all your ABCs too. That was good. Good memory. Good job. Good job. Oh yeah.
Since I've already gone a couple times, does anybody else want to go before me? Takers going. Okay. You come? Come on. I've gone a couple times.
Most dangerous thing apart from taking 5 years to tune up is repeating yourself. So this is a repeat of what we did Sunday night, just to make sure we'll never do it the same way twice. This is Jim, and he called me up on Sunday night and said, "Would you join me?" And I said, "I don't do that, Jim. I don't do other people's stuff." And if there's a rule, we've got to break it, right? You break it, I break it, we break it. Here it is. Jim.
All right, Jeff.
I gotta stay.
I never do it the same way twice.
It's for your woman.
Oh yeah. Sailing alone on the sea of romance, the fisher located his prey. A cute little mermaid who frolicked and danced, she was the catch of the day. Climb aboard ship, we'll take a trip, we'll sail all the seas in the world. And after that time, if you're so inclined, I may get my permanent girl. Still they stayed in his tub, rubbing up dreaming of being his bride. But after 3 days of every which ways, he tossed her back over the side. He bought it hook, line, and sinker. Bought it right from the start. She bought it hook, line, and sinker, and wound up with a broken heart. Yeah. There's some dancing girls. Yeah. Woo! She said, "I love you, I'll always be true," and he knew she never would lie. Cause he was the one, he was her honey bun till she ran off with some other guy. He bought it hook, line, and sinker. Hey, he bought it right from the start. He bought it hook, line, and sinker, and wound up with a broken heart. Woo! Sad song. And I thought I was I'm a ham. I know that I'm a ham, but these are whole hogs up here. Yeah. I know that it is cliche, but it still is worth the say. Take a very good look before you leave. Cause you know you cannot fly, and that pool just might be dry, and you might break your neck on concrete. Woo! Talking the talk without walking the walk, as easy can be. But the folks in my song who've all been strung along merely are the reflections of me. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Bought it right from the start. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Wound up with a broken heart. One more time. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. I bought it right from the start. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Wound up with a broken heart. Gotta do it again for these hands. Come on now. Hook, line, and sinker. Bought it right from the start.
I bought it hook, line, and sinker and wound up with a broke. We're gonna keep doing this until you join in. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Bought it right from the start. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Wound up with a broken heart. I wound up with a broken heart. Woo, thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of tears tonight.
Nice.
Thank you.